my lovely people, it's your host Smart once again, and welcome back to Smart Sports Studio, where we don't just read headlines, we break down what they really mean. Today we have a massive double update for you. First, we're diving into the headline. Cristiano Ronaldo breaks his silence after ending his Al Nassr strike in a perfect way. And yes, the phrase perfect way is not exaggeration. Because Ronaldo didn't just return quietly, he returned, scored, won, and reset the narrative in one move. After missing matches amid reported tensions, he made his return in an away fixture against Al Fateh. This wasn't a soft comeback. It was a competitive league match with title implications. And what did he do? He scored inside 18 minutes, immediately shifting the conversation from controversy back to football. Al Nassr secured a 2-0 victory, pushing them into second place, just 1 point behind league leaders Al Hilal. Suddenly, the story becomes about the title race again, not internal disputes. Now let's address the breaking silence part. After the win, Ronaldo posted a powerful message. Another step forward, let's keep going. That was deliberate narrative control. Classic Ronaldo, let performance speak. Reports suggested the issues weren't purely personal, involving discussions about club direction. Once addressed, Ronaldo returned. That suggests resolution, not surrender. And the squad proved they have backbone during his absence. Tactically, his return changes everything. He remains the focal point. His movement dictates defensive lines, and his presence creates space for others. Even now, defenders adjust their positioning when he's on the pitch. Psychologically, this was the best possible script. A goal and a clean sheet win closed the debate quickly. Ronaldo demonstrated how he controls football narratives, from controversy to captain's goal in one match. But my lovely people, the drama doesn't stop in Saudi Arabia. Madrid's Champions League campaign this season has taken an unexpected turn. The 14-time European champions are not cruising like they usually do. Instead of automatic qualification, Madrid were forced into the playoff phase after an inconsistent group stage. For Real Madrid, being forced through an additional two-legged tie is uncomfortable territory. The problem was structural. When pressing high, the distance between midfield and defense sometimes stretched too far. That created space in transition that opponents exploited late in matches when concentration dipped. But recent domestic form shows visible adjustments. Midfield spacing is tighter, and fullbacks are more disciplined. These small corrections show a team that has learned from its European mistakes. Now comes the most important development. Kylian Mbappé is fit. Reports confirmed he was training separately after a knee issue, sparking anxiety, but he's passed his fitness tests and has returned to full team training. That changes everything. Mbappé's pace forces defensive lines to drop deeper, opening space for creative players. Combine him with Vinicius Jr., and Madrid possess the most dangerous transition threats in Europe. Being forced into the playoff stage may actually sharpen Madrid. Historically, Real Madrid with something to prove is one of the most dangerous forces in European football. Complementary urgency and structure make them terrifying. This is not the comfortable Madrid of previous seasons. They are navigating adversity and regaining their most explosive weapon at a crucial moment. When Madrid enter knockouts with Mbappé fit, Europe pays attention. So lovely people, I want to hear from you. Was Ronaldo's return a show of leadership? And can this Real Madrid team turn their playoff struggle into another trophy run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in with Smart Sports Studio, where we don't just report the news, we explain what it means. We break them down properly for the football family. We don't just read the FA Cup draw like it's a grocery list. We open it, shake it, and see which club just swallowed a lemon. The FA Cup 5th round draw is officially out, and let me tell you something. This one came with drama, danger, and at least one team looking at their ball number like, why me? Let's start with the blockbuster. Newcastle United versus Manchester City. Straight violence, no warm-up, no easy route. One of these giants is packing their bags before the quarterfinals. This isn't just a game, this is tactical chess with studs on. Newcastle will try to turn it into a war. High energy, crowd noise, physical duels. City, on the other hand, will try to do what City always do. Pass you to sleep, then wake you up with a goal you didn't see coming. Whoever survives this tie suddenly makes the rest of the competition nervous. And whoever loses, well, that's one favorite gone. Now let's talk about the headline generator tie. Wrexham versus Chelsea. You already know what this is, underdog energy versus Premier League pressure. On paper, Chelsea have more quality, but the FA Cup is allergic to on paper. Wrexham at home will treat this like a final. The stadium will be loud, the tackles will be enthusiastic, and the first 15 minutes will feel like chaos. Chelsea's job is simple, score early and calm the noise. Because if this game stays level too long, belief starts growing. Next up, Arsenal travel to Mansfield Town. Classic cup setup, big club away at a lower league ground where the pitch feels tighter and the atmosphere feels heavier. Arsenal should control possession, but should is not a trophy. The key for Arsenal is tempo. Move the ball fast. Don't get frustrated. Score first. Because if Mansfield hang around, suddenly every corner feels like a season-defining moment. Professionalism wins this tie. Complacency loses it. Then we've got Wolves versus Liverpool. Now this one is sneaky dangerous. Wolves at home are compact, physical, and organized. Liverpool will press aggressively and try to overwhelm early. This tie screams gritty drama. Fulham versus Southampton is another tricky matchup. Fulham will want control, Southampton will want disruption. These are the types of games decided by small margins. One mistake, one set piece, one moment of quality. Leeds United against Norwich City brings pure championship energy. High tempo, crowd intensity, tackles flying in. This might not get global headlines, but don't be surprised if it's one of the most dramatic ties of the round. West Ham will face either Macclesfield or Brentford. If it's Brentford, that's a serious challenge. If it's Macclesfield, the romance factor explodes. Either way, West Ham cannot afford to switch off. Complacency is the enemy. Finally, Port Vale or Bristol City versus Sunderland. Every team involved will look at this and think, quarterfinals are possible. That belief alone makes it dangerous. Fine margins will decide who moves forward. Now here's the big picture. One of Manchester City or Newcastle is definitely going home. That opens the door for Arsenal, for Liverpool, for Chelsea, for whoever stays sharp. Quarterfinals mean Wembley is visible. The fifth round is where dreams get serious. Rotation decisions get harder. Injuries matter more. And underdogs stop playing for fun and start playing for history. This is where legends are made in the FA Cup. So here's my question to you. Which tie screams upset? Who just got the toughest draw? And who's lifting that FA Cup when it's all said and done? I want to know your predictions for this round of madness. Drop your predictions in the comments. Which tie are you most excited for? Who's lifting the FA Cup this season? Like the video, subscribe, and stay locked in with Smart Sports Studio for more breakdowns. Because in the FA Cup, one weekend can turn giants into headlines and underdogs into legends. We don't just react, we break down. Smart football for the football family. Stay sharp for the fifth round. Transfer news just popped up. Nicholas Jackson could rejoin Chelsea first team as Bayern Munich hesitate on deal. This is where business and squad politics collide. Right now, the reason this story has flipped is simple. Bayern Munich are not moving with the urgency people expected on making Jackson stay permanent. It all comes down to an obligation to buy clause. The reporting is that Jackson's loan included a clause tied to appearance conditions, and Bayern haven't been close to triggering them. It's not necessarily that they don't like him. It's cold-blooded business. The obligation would only become active if Jackson hit a specific threshold of minutes across competitions. So far, limited minutes and time away at AFCON have kept him below that target. Now, he's looking at a Chelsea return. Chelsea and Jackson is not just a return to training story. It's an identity story. If you're a striker who left for a European giant and then come back because the deal didn't convert, it's about status and pathway. Jackson's role depends on how Chelsea frame his return. Is he a first-team option? A saleable asset to move on quickly? Or is he back to compete under a new setup? That's why the headline says he could rejoin. This saga has been complicated before. Last summer was messy, with talk that Chelsea tried to pull the plug late while Bayern indicated the transfer wasn't done until signatures were dry. This deal has had moving parts from day one. Now let's bring it back to football. If Jackson returns to Chelsea, what does he actually offer? He's not a classic penalty box statue. His best value comes in his movement and defensive contribution. Jackson excels at running channels and stretching a back line. In a high-tempo system, he creates chaos for defenders. He's the type of striker who makes center backs turn and sprint, creating space for everyone else. He also provides pressing from the front and links play during quick transitions. But he'll need clarity on his role. Chelsea squads can become crowded fast, and a striker's confidence is fragile when messaging is unclear. Now, why would Bayern hesitate beyond the clause? Elite clubs don't only ask, is he good? They ask if he fits their tactical identity, if the price aligns with priorities, and if they're already planning another profile. The reporting suggests Jackson's output at Bayern hasn't screamed must buy at all costs. With a modest goal return, Bayern's most realistic position is to keep flexibility if the clause isn't triggered. So what happens next? Here's the practical roadmap. First, watch whether Bayern start giving Jackson more minutes. If they push his time up, it suggests they're trying to trigger that clause or giving him a late audition. Second, watch Chelsea's public posture. If they start saying he's part of the plan, it could be value protection, but it could also be real if their striker options are shifting. Third, watch the summer market for other bidders. Finally, from Jackson's perspective, this is about control. A striker's career can stall if he becomes a lone return with no clear pathway. The best outcome is commitment from Bayern, Chelsea, or a new club. No limbo. So the Smart Sports Studio conclusion. This headline isn't Jackson failed. It's that the clause didn't trigger and Chelsea may have to reintegrate him while deciding the real plan. This is negotiation as much as football. Now I want to hear from you. If Jackson returns to Chelsea, should he be given a real second run? Or should they cash in and reset the striker position completely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and stay locked in with Smart Sports Studio. Because when transfer business meets football identity, the story is never just a rumor. We break them down properly. I'm Smart. See you in the next update. Peace and love for the game. I'll see you in the next one. Smart football for the football family. Smart Sports Studio, checking out.